We're embarking on an unforgettable journey through Nepal, a nation roughly the size of Arkansas, yet containing 8 of the world's 14 highest peaks, including the legendary Mount Everest. Nestled between the colossal powers of China and India, Nepal is more than just a geographic wonder. This is a country where over 120 ethnic groups speak more than 120 languages, where Hindu temples sit beside Buddhist stupas in peaceful coexistence, and where traditions dating back thousands of years still pulse through daily life. From the bustling medieval streets of Kathmandu to the serene lakeside beauty of Pokhara, from the preserved architectural marvels of Bhaktapur to the remote mountain villages of Manang, and through the artistic heritage of Patan Lalitpur, we're going to explore 5 destinations that will transform the way you see the world. But here's a question I want you to ponder as we begin this journey. What happens when you step into a place where time moves differently, where a single valley can hold more cultural treasures than entire countries, and where every stone seems to whisper stories of gods, kings, and ordinary people who built something extraordinary? Before we dive into this incredible adventure, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our explorations of the world's most captivating destinations. And here's something special. Check out the link in the description below for exclusive deals on flights and accommodations that'll make your Nepal dream trip affordable and unforgettable. Now, let's begin our journey through the heart of the Himalayas. Kathmandu. Our journey begins in Kathmandu, the beating heart and capital city of Nepal, where over 1.5 million people create a symphony of life, spirituality, and commerce every single day. Situated in the Kathmandu Valley at an elevation of approximately 4,600 feet, this ancient city serves as the political, economic, and cultural epicenter of the entire nation. The city sits in a bowl-shaped valley surrounded by 4 major mountains: Shivapuri, Fulchoki, Nagarjun, and Chandragiri. This strategic location has made Kathmandu a crossroads of civilization for over 2,000 years, connecting the Indian subcontinent with the Tibetan plateau. The Bagmati River flows through the valley, considered sacred in Hindu tradition, adding spiritual dimension to the city's geographical importance. Founded in the 12th century by King Ganakamadeva, the city's name derives from Kathmandu, meaning wooden pavilion, referring to a famous temple built from the timber of a single tree. For centuries, Kathmandu served as a vital rest stop on the ancient trade route between India and Tibet, where merchants exchanged silk, salt, wool, and precious stones. This commercial importance brought incredible wealth, which the Malla kings of the 12th to 18th centuries transformed into architectural splendor. They built the stunning palaces, temples, and courtyards we still admire today. Walking through Durbar Square, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, feels like stepping through a portal into the medieval past. Here stands the Hanuman Doka Palace complex, where Nepalese royalty lived for centuries. The intricate wood carvings on the Kumari Bahal, home to the living goddess Kumari, showcase the extraordinary craftsmanship of New Era artisans. These aren't museum pieces behind glass, they're living, breathing parts of daily life. But Kathmandu's spiritual landscape extends far beyond Durbar Square. The Swayambhanath Stupa, affectionately called the Monkey Temple, perches atop a hill overlooking the entire valley. Built over 2,500 years ago, its all-seeing Buddha eyes gaze in 4 directions, symbolizing wisdom and compassion. The climb up 365 steps might leave you breathless, both from exertion and from the panoramic views. Then there's Pashupatinath Temple, one of Hinduism's holiest sites, where the cycle of life and death plays out along the banks of the Bagmati River. Here, Hindu cremation ceremonies occur openly, reminding visitors of life's impermanence and the importance of spiritual preparation. The culture of Kathmandu represents a fascinating blend of Hindu and Buddhist traditions, mixed with indigenous New Year customs. The Newar people, the valley's original inhabitants, have created a unique cultural synthesis over millennia. Their festivals, like Indra Jatra and Gai Jatra, transform the city into an open-air celebration featuring masked dances, chariot processions, and rituals that have remained unchanged for centuries. The city's religious tolerance is remarkable. Hindu temples stand beside Buddhist stupas, and interfaith harmony characterizes daily life. As the nation's commercial hub, it hosts the headquarters of virtually every major Nepalese company, international organizations, and foreign embassies. Tourism represents a massive economic engine, with hundreds of thousands of visitors passing through annually, either as a destination or as a launching point for Himalayan treks. The Thamel district has evolved into a bustling tourist quarter, packed with hotels, restaurants, trekking agencies, and shops selling everything from traditional handicrafts to counterfeit North Face jackets. Small and medium enterprises thrive throughout the city, from traditional metalworking workshops in Patan to modern IT companies in newer suburbs. However, Kathmandu faces significant challenges. The devastating 2015 earthquake destroyed or damaged many historical structures, including parts of Durbar Square. The reconstruction continues, balancing preservation of traditional architecture with modern safety standards. Traffic congestion chokes the narrow medieval streets, air pollution challenges residents and visitors alike, and rapid urbanization threatens the valley's agricultural heritage and water resources. Yet despite these challenges, Kathmandu's spirit remains unbreakable. Morning brings the smell of incense and butter lamps from thousands of shrines, mixed with the aroma of momos steaming in street vendors' carts. Evenings fill with the sound of temple bells, the chanting of monks, and the laughter of families gathering in courtyards. This is a city where ancient traditions adapt to modern realities without losing their essence, where spirituality permeates everyday commerce, and where every corner reveals something unexpected. Kathmandu serves as Nepal's irreplaceable cultural, spiritual, and economic heart. Its strategic location in a mountain-ringed valley made it a historic trade crossroads, while centuries of artistic patronage created the architectural treasures we see today. The city's unique blend of Hindu, Buddhist, and New Year cultures creates an atmosphere found nowhere else on Earth. Though facing modern challenges, Kathmandu remains essential to understanding Nepal's past, present, and future, a place where 2,000 years of history lives and breathes, in every temple bell and prayer flag. Pokhara. From Kathmandu, we travel 125 miles west to discover Pokhara, Nepal's adventure capital and second largest city. But don't let that population ranking fool you. With roughly 400,000 residents, Pokhara feels worlds away from Kathmandu's urban intensity. This is where Nepal reveals its gentler, more serene face, while simultaneously offering some of the planet's most thrilling adventures. Pokhara occupies one of the most spectacular settings imaginable. The city sits at just 2,700 feet elevation in the Pokhara Valley, significantly lower than Kathmandu, giving it a subtropical climate that feels almost Mediterranean compared to the capital's cooler temperatures. What makes the location truly extraordinary is the proximity of the Annapurna and Dhaulagiri mountain ranges. Standing on the shores of Fua Lake on a clear morning, you'll witness one of nature's most dramatic contrasts, the tranquil waters reflecting the Machapucha Fishtail Mountain peak, which soars to 22,943 feet, just 16 miles away. This represents one of the steepest topographical rises anywhere on Earth, creating a visual spectacle that never fails to astonish. For centuries, this remained a small trading outpost inhabited primarily by Gurung and Maga ethnic communities. The Pokhara Valley's relative isolation, surrounded by hills and accessible only by difficult trails, kept it off the main trade routes. This changed dramatically in the 1950s when the Nepalese government opened the country to foreigners and began infrastructure development. The 1970s brought hippies seeking enlightenment and adventure, putting Pokhara on the global traveler map. The completion of the Prithvi Highway, connecting Kathmandu to Pokhara in the 1970s, accelerated development, transforming a quiet backwater into Nepal's tourism powerhouse. Today, Pokhara functions as the launching point for the world-famous Annapurna Circuit and Annapurna Base Camp treks, two of the planet's premier trekking routes. But you don't need to be an experienced mountaineer to appreciate Pokhara's magic. The city itself offers countless attractions that showcase both natural beauty and cultural richness. Fua Lake forms the centerpiece of Pokhara's appeal. This freshwater lake covers nearly 2 square miles, and its calm waters create perfect reflections of the surrounding mountains. Renting a colorful wooden boat and paddling to the Tal Barahi Temple, a 2-story pagoda on an island in the lake, provides a peaceful respite and a unique perspective on both the city and mountains. The lakeside area, stretching along Fua's eastern shore, has evolved into a vibrant district filled with restaurants, cafes, bookshops, and outfitters catering to trekkers and tourists. Unlike the chaotic energy of Thamel in Kathmandu, lakeside maintains a more relaxed, almost meditative atmosphere. The cultural landscape of Pokhara reflects its position as a melting pot of ethnic groups. The Gurung and Maga communities famous for supplying Gurkha soldiers to British and Indian armies, maintains strong traditions here. Visit during festivals like Dashain or Tihar, and you'll witness how these communities celebrate their heritage through dance, music, and rituals. The International Mountain Museum, opened in 2004, provides fascinating insights into Himalayan geology, mountaineering history, and the cultures of mountain people. Exhibits honor both the peaks themselves and the legendary climbers, both Sherpa and foreign, who conquered them. Economically, tourism drives Pokhara's prosperity. Hotels range from budget guesthouses for backpackers to five-star resorts for luxury travelers. Restaurants serve everything from traditional Nepali dal bhat to wood-fired pizzas and Israeli food, reflecting the diverse nationalities drawn to this mountain paradise. Trekking agencies employ thousands, from office staff to porters and guides who make their living in the mountains. Beyond tourism, agriculture remains important in the surrounding valleys, with rice paddies creating terraced landscapes and subtropical fruits growing in the warmer climate. Pokhara also serves as a hub for retired Gurkha soldiers, who return from military service abroad with pensions that support families and stimulate the local economy. This connection to military service abroad creates unique cultural dynamics. You'll find British-style pubs alongside traditional Nepali tea houses, and many residents speak excellent English learned during overseas service. Pokhara enchants visitors with its unique combination of accessibility and adventure, tranquility and excitement. Its geographical position, a subtropical valley beneath towering Himalayan giants, creates spectacular natural beauty, while its role as the gateway to the Annapurnas makes it essential for mountain enthusiasts. The transformation from isolated trading post to international adventure capital demonstrates how strategic location and natural beauty can drive economic development. Whether you're planning to trek for weeks in the mountains or simply want to relax beside a lake with mountain views, Pokhara delivers an experience that captures Nepal's essence in its most approachable form. Bhaktapur. Just 9 miles east of Kathmandu lies Bhaktapur, a city that feels like it exists outside of time. While Kathmandu races toward modernity, Bhaktapur moves at the measured pace of artisan traditions passed down through generations. This World Heritage Site, with a population of around 80,000, offers perhaps the most authentic glimpse into medieval Nepal that still exists. Bhaktapur occupies the eastern corner of the Kathmandu Valley at roughly 4,600 feet elevation. The city's layout follows the ancient New Era urban planning principles that create compact, walkable neighborhoods centered around courtyards and temples. The Hanumante River flows along the city's edge, providing water for both practical and ceremonial purposes. Unlike sprawling modern cities, Bhaktapur maintains its medieval footprint, with narrow brick-paved streets designed for pedestrians and pack animals rather than automobiles, though motorbikes do weave through the alleys. The history of Bhaktapur reaches back to the 12th century, though legends claim even older origins. The name means city of devotees in Sanskrit, reflecting its deep religious character. During the Malla period from the 12th to 18th centuries, Bhaktapur served as the capital of one of three competing kingdoms in the Kathmandu Valley. This political independence allowed Bhaktapur to develop its own distinct architectural and cultural style, slightly different from Kathmandu and Patan. The rivalry between these kingdoms produced magnificent results. Kings competed to build the most impressive palaces, temples, and public spaces, each trying to outdo the others in artistic achievement. King Bhupatindra Malla, who ruled from 1696 to 1722, drove Bhaktapur to its golden age, commissioning many of the structures that define the city today. The 55-window palace, with its intricate wooden latticework, stands as a testament to this era's artistic ambition. The Golden Gate, adorned with representations of deities and mythical creatures, served as the entrance to the royal palace and remains one of Nepal's most photographed architectural features. Walking through Durbar Square in Bhaktapur feels fundamentally different from visiting Kathmandu's version. Here, the square isn't choked with traffic and modern shops. Instead, you'll find artisans working wood, metalworkers hammering copper into traditional shapes, and elderly women sitting in the sun sorting rice. The Nyatapola Temple, a 5-story pagoda built in 1702, towers over the square. At 30 meters tall, it's Nepal's tallest pagoda and has survived every earthquake since its construction, a tribute to the mathematical precision and architectural genius of its builders. Pairs of guardians stand on each level, legendary wrestlers, elephants, lions, griffins, and goddesses, each 10 times stronger than the figures below. Pottery Square, or Talako Tole, showcases Bhaktapur's living artistic traditions. Here, potters work clay just as their ancestors did centuries ago, using hand-powered wheels to create everything from simple cooking pots to elaborate ceremonial vessels. The square becomes a sea of red-orange when freshly thrown pots dry in the sun, creating photographs that capture the essence of traditional craft. The culture of Bhaktapur centers on Newari traditions preserved with remarkable purity. The Newari language remains the primary tongue here, unlike Kathmandu, where Nepali dominates. Religious festivals occur throughout the year, with elaborate rituals unchanged for generations. During Biscuit Jatra, the Nepali New Year celebration in April, massive chariot processions wind through narrow streets, young men engage in tug-of-war competitions with ceremonial chariots, and the entire city erupts in celebration. The Gai Jatra festival honors deceased family members through processions featuring cows and children dressed as cows, a colorful, moving celebration of life and death. Bhaktapur's social structure remains more traditional than other valley cities. The caste system, though officially abolished, still influences daily life and marriage patterns. Extended families live together in traditional multi-story brick homes built around courtyards. Community life centers on neighborhood associations that maintain temples, organize festivals, and settle local disputes, a form of social organization that predates modern government. Economically, Bhaktapur presents a fascinating case study in preservation-based tourism. Rather than allowing uncontrolled development, the city charges tourists an entrance fee that funds conservation efforts and maintains infrastructure. This creates incentive to preserve rather than demolish historic structures. Tourism supports numerous guest houses, restaurants, and craft shops, but the scale remains manageable. Traditional industries continue alongside tourism. Bhaktapur's Juju Dihao, a creamy yogurt served in clay pots, is famous throughout Nepal and provides income for numerous dairy operations. Wood carving, metalwork, and traditional weaving employ hundreds of artisans who sell both to tourists and to Nepalis throughout the country who value authentic traditional craftsmanship. Agriculture still surrounds Bhaktapur, with rice paddies and vegetable plots providing food and maintaining green space. Many residents combine traditional occupations with modern work. A farmer might also drive a taxi, a potter might work in it. This economic diversification helps preserve traditions without forcing people into poverty-level tourist performances. Bhaktapur stands as a living museum where preservation doesn't mean freezing in time, but rather maintaining cultural continuity while adapting to present realities. Its medieval urban fabric, intact Nuhiri culture, and thriving traditional crafts offer irreplaceable insights into how Nepali civilization developed. The city proves that tourism and tradition can coexist sustainably when communities maintain control over development and visitors respect local customs. For anyone wanting to understand Nepal's cultural heart, Bhaktapur isn't optional, it's essential. Manang. Located in north-central Nepal, along the famous Annapurna circuit trek, Manang sits at a breathtaking 11,500 feet elevation in the rain shadow of the Annapurna range. This is where adventure truly begins and where Nepal reveals its wild, untamed character. The geography of Manang is nothing short of extraordinary. The district stretches along the Marsyangdi River Valley, with the Annapurna Range to the south blocking monsoon rains, creating a high-altitude desert landscape dramatically different from Nepal's lush lower elevations. The village of Manang itself occupies a natural amphitheater surrounded by snow-capped peaks. To the south rises Annapurna III at 24,786 feet, while Gangapurna at 24,459 feet dominates the eastern horizon. The Thorongla Pass at 17,769 feet, one of the world's highest trekking passes, lies a day's walk to the west. This extreme geography creates unique ecological conditions. Below the village, you'll find sparse juniper forests and alpine meadows where yaks graze. Above, the landscape transitions to rock, ice, and snow. The thin air at this elevation contains roughly 40% less oxygen than at sea level, forcing your body to adapt through acclimatization, a process that determines success or failure on the Annapurna circuit. The region was historically part of the Kingdom of Mustang and maintained trade connections with Tibet. The indigenous people of Manang, known as Manangis or Manangba, developed unique privileges granted by medieval kings, including special trading rights across the Himalayas that brought wealth to this remote valley. These trading traditions created a culture of entrepreneurship and travel unusual in mountain communities. Most of history, Manang remained isolated from mainstream Nepali society. The journey from Kathmandu required weeks of walking through roadless mountains. This isolation ended partially with the construction of roads in recent decades, though the final sections to Manang itself remain challenging even for four-wheel drive vehicles. The Annapurna circuit's popularity since the 1980s transformed Manang from an isolated trading village into a crucial waypoint for thousands of trekkers annually. Today's Manang village serves primarily trekkers preparing to cross Thorong La Pass. The main street features lodges, restaurants, bakeries, gear shops, and even internet cafes, amenities that would astonish earlier generations of Manangis. Yet despite tourism infrastructure, the village retains authentic character. Stone houses with wooden balconies huddle together against winter winds. Prayer wheels line pathways, and mani walls, stone structures carved with Buddhist mantras, mark sacred spaces. The culture of Manang reflects its Tibetan Buddhist heritage mixed with the practical adaptations necessary for high-altitude survival. The local language belongs to the Tibeto-Burman family, though most residents now speak Nepali and many know English from interacting with trekkers. Buddhism permeates daily life. You'll see stupas, prayer flags, and monasteries throughout the district. The Braga Monastery, dating back over 500 years, contains ancient Buddhist texts and murals that art historians consider invaluable. Manangis have adapted to extreme conditions with remarkable ingenuity. Traditional houses feature thick stone walls that retain heat, small windows that minimize heat loss, and flat roofs where residents dry barley and store firewood. Agriculture at this elevation focuses on cold-hardy crops, barley, potatoes, and buckwheat. Yaks and joes, yak cattle hybrids, provide transportation, milk, meat, and wool, while their dung serves as fuel in a largely treeless environment. The growing season lasts mere months, making every harvest critical to survival. Community cooperation proves essential in Manang's harsh environment. Traditional systems govern pasture use, water distribution, and mutual aid during emergencies. These social structures have helped communities survive in conditions that would defeat individualistic approaches. However, outmigration challenges these traditions as young people seek easier lives in lower elevations or abroad. The economy of Manang has transformed dramatically with the Annapurna circuit's popularity. Tourism now provides the primary income for most families. During the main trekking seasons, spring and fall, lodges fill with hikers acclimatizing before their pass crossing. Restaurant owners serve diverse menus catering to international tastes. You can find pizza, pasta, pancakes, and even Snickers pies alongside traditional dal bat. Porters, guides, and pack animals generate additional income. Yet tourism remains highly seasonal. Winter brings brutal cold and snow that closes the pass, while summer monsoons make lower sections of the circuit dangerously unstable. This seasonality forces residents to save earnings carefully or develop alternative income sources. Some families maintain traditional agricultural practices or raise livestock. Others operate shops or restaurants in low-elevation towns during the off-season. Environmental challenges loom large in Manang. Climate change is dramatically affecting glaciers that feed the Marsyangdi River and provide water for both residents and trekkers. Waste management presents serious problems as thousands of trekkers generate garbage in an environment where disposal options are extremely limited. Responsible trekkers pack out all non-biodegradable waste, but enforcement remains inconsistent. Manang represents Nepal at its most extreme and authentic, a high-altitude community adapted to conditions at the edge of human survival, transformed by tourism but retaining deep cultural traditions. Its geography creates both spectacular beauty and serious challenges for residents and visitors alike. The economy's shift from trans-Himalayan trade to trekking tourism shows how globalization reaches even the most remote corners of the planet. Visiting Manang requires physical effort and acclimatization, but rewards travelers with experiences impossible in more accessible destinations. A reminder that some of Earth's greatest treasures require commitment to reach. Patan Lalitpur. Our final destination brings us to Patan, also known as Lalitpur, the City of Beauty, located just across the Bagmati River from Kathmandu. With a population approaching 300,000, Patan has technically merged with its larger neighbor into a continuous urban area, yet it maintains a distinct identity rooted in centuries of artistic achievement and cultural sophistication. Patan occupies the southern portion of the Kathmandu Valley at roughly 4,400 feet elevation. The city's layout follows an ancient Buddhist plan. Legend says it was designed in the shape of the Buddhist Dharma wheel, with the Durbar Square at the hub and 4 major stupas marking the cardinal directions at the city's edges. This sacred geometry reflects how deeply Buddhism and Hinduism have shaped Patan's physical form. The Bagmati River forms the northern boundary, historically separating Patan from Kathmandu both physically and politically. The history of Patan reaches back over 2,300 years, making it potentially the oldest of the 3 main Kathmandu Valley kingdoms. Historical texts suggest Emperor Ashoka of India visited the valley around 250 BCE and established Buddhist monuments, including some of Patan's cardinal stupas. Whether this legend holds literal truth or represents mythologized history archaeological evidence confirms Patan's great antiquity. Like Bhaktapur, Patan flourished during the Malla period as an independent kingdom, competing with its neighbors for cultural supremacy. This competition produced architectural masterpieces as kings commissioned temples, palaces, and public works to demonstrate their wealth and piety. The Krishna Mandir in Durbar Square, completed in 1637, represents a departure from traditional Newari pagoda style, instead featuring a shikara design with 21 spires influenced by Indian architecture. Its stone walls bear carved scenes from the Mahabharata and Ramayana epics, a stone textbook of Hindu mythology. The Mul Chowk, the oldest courtyard in the royal palace complex, served as the site of important rituals, including the coronation of Patan's kings. Its three-story buildings showcase the woodcarving mastery that defines Patan's artistic heritage. Every window, door frame, and support beam displays intricate designs, deities, mythical creatures, floral patterns, carved with precision that seems almost superhuman. These aren't decorative additions, but integral architectural elements, each serving structural purposes while creating beauty. What truly distinguishes Patan is its artistic legacy, particularly in metalworking. For over a millennium, Patan's Newar artisans have created bronze and brass statues of Buddhist and Hindu deities exported throughout the Himalayan region and beyond. The repoussé technique, hammering designs from the reverse side of metal sheets, reached its zenith here. The Hiranyavana Mahavihar, or Golden Temple, built in the 12th century, showcases this mastery. Every surface gleams with gilded copper and brass, roofs, prayer wheels, statuary, even decorative elements. The temple remains an active monastery where young Buddhist boys complete their initial monastic training, bringing living religious practice to this artistic wonder. The culture of Patan centers on Newari Buddhist traditions, though Hindu practices blend seamlessly into daily life. The city's numerous bahals, Buddhist monastery courtyards, once housed thriving monastic communities. While many monks are now gone, these spaces remain centers of community life and religious observance. During festivals like Buddha Jayanti, Buddha's birthday, these courtyards come alive with ceremonies, music, and offerings. Patan presents an interesting hybrid. Tourism provides significant income through handicraft sales, museums, and heritage site visits. The Patan Museum, opened in 1997 in a beautifully restored section of the Royal Palace, houses one of Asia's finest collections of bronze statuary and religious objects, with displays that explain technical and spiritual aspects of Nepali art. Entry fees support conservation work and provide employment. Traditional manufacturing continues alongside tourism. Metal workshops produce everything from religious statuary to modern metal goods. Carpet weaving employs hundreds, producing Tibetan-style rugs for export. Wood carving workshops supply temples, hotels, and private homes with carved elements. These industries maintain craft skills while providing livelihoods less dependent on tourist whims. However, Patan also participates in Nepal's modern economy. IT companies, call centers, and service businesses operate throughout the city. Many residents commute to jobs in Kathmandu's corporate sector while maintaining homes in Patan. Educational institutions, including Patan Academy of Health Sciences and several engineering colleges, train the next generation of Nepali professionals. Urban development pressures challenge Patan's heritage character. Old newer houses face demolition as owners build modern concrete structures that maximize space but destroy architectural heritage. The 2015 earthquake damaged many historic structures, and reconstruction debates pit preservation against modernization. Traffic congestion mirrors Kathmandu's problems as vehicles clog streets designed for pedestrians. Air pollution affects residents' health and blackens historic facades. Yet preservation efforts continue. The Kathmandu Valley Preservation Trust and other organizations work with local communities to restore damaged structures using traditional methods and materials. Awareness grows that Patan's heritage represents both cultural treasure and economic asset, that destroying unique character eliminates the very qualities that attract visitors and investment. Patan demonstrates how artistic excellence and cultural sophistication can define a city's identity across centuries. Its metalworking tradition, Buddhist heritage, and architectural treasures create an atmosphere distinct from neighboring Kathmandu despite physical proximity. The challenge of maintaining traditional crafts and historic character while participating in the modern economy reflects tensions facing heritage cities worldwide. For visitors, Patan offers concentrated cultural richness, world-class art, living traditions, and architectural beauty, all within a walkable area. It's proof that urban density and historic preservation can coexist when communities value their inheritance and work to protect it for future generations. And there you have it, friends, 5 extraordinary destinations that capture Nepal's incredible diversity. From Kathmandu's spiritual chaos to Pokhara's serene adventure playground, from Bhaktapur's medieval charm to Manang's extreme wilderness, and finally to Patan's artistic soul, each location offers something irreplaceable. So here's my question for you. Which of these 5 destinations speaks to your soul? Are you drawn to Kathmandu's temples, Pokhara's peaks, Bhaktapur's traditions, Manang's wilderness, or Patan's artistry? And more importantly, what's keeping you from experiencing it yourself? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this profound journey. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world's wonders.